Hey tankers, what is up? This is Alex Build It, and today I get to show you Winter Himmelsdorf, a map with weather. We're going to start off at the north spawn over here. Go ahead and load in. It does have weather. It actually has snow falling, which is awesome. You know, we only have weather on one other map, and even that only works at certain times. Here we are. This map will look somewhat like the Himmelsdorf from PC, but it has been changed quite a bit for Blitz. And unfortunately, that hilly part that everyone loves, they did have to edit that out. But they made a map that's centered on tank destroyers and heavies instead of mediums for once. This is awesome. Tank destroyers are going to wreck people on this map. This map will be coming out in the month of December. It's kind of a Christmas gift from More Gaming to us. Gonna show you a couple of the different areas you have available for you to snipe. Some areas you can shoot all the way from one spawn to the other. There are numerous spots for you to do this. Right here, I can hit all the way to the other spawn. No worries. Teams that work together, one person spots and one hits from far away, they'll be able to do wonders. Here we are just going around this area of the spawn. Showing you another route right here where you have another route all the way to the enemy spawn, but there are some railroad cars. Straight ahead. But on the center over here, there are sniping spots that I can go up and show you. They have access to the center and opposite side of the map, but cannot hit the enemy spawn. They're mid-range, medium range, but still pretty far. You notice that there are two destroyed moths over there. Moths, mice, mouses, whatever you want to call the plurality of moths. Going through a bit more of this little section over here. Open areas, there are some divots that I'll be showing you in the center here you can actually use for hull down purposes. It's not completely... the terrain is a little bit more rough, I would say, than it is on PC. Some divots with ups and downs. You can tell there's definitely a resemblance to the Himmelsdorf intended on PC, but there are still some differences. Some of the buildings, the wise will notice, that are actually on fire. I have not noticed any Easter eggs on this map yet, but I'm going to keep hunting, and if I do find any, I'll make a video just for that. Just more of the area back here. There's some great spots. There's where we would be able to go up to the hill if we were able to, but they had to make it size limited for Blitz. Look how wide open. Again, one shot all the way from one side to the other. Heavies have tons of side-scraping spots. Tank destroyers have long ranges that can fire things. Plenty of time to aim in before mediums can get even close. Going back around to the enemy side of the spawn, and that's the north side of the spawn. Now we're going to go show you the center of the spawn, right here. Here we head into the center of the map here. First I'm going to show you what's on the left of the center. Not much to see, a couple of little spots for you to go left and right behind these railroad cars for peek-a-boom, pop out, fire, retreat. Now the center of the map, it's a place I would honestly avoid. Again, there's some spots over here that you can play peek-a-boom. But center of the map, inside the boundaries where I'm going to go in a second, that's where the capture zone is located. Instead of over here by the railroad cars like it would be on PC, it is right in the smack dab center. And it is open. Now you'll notice instead of completely flat land, like in PC, there's some bumps, there's some divots. There's even some hull down spots. Here's a closer look at those two moths that were both destroyed. Doing a figure eight around them. You'll notice there are divots in the ground on my left and right on both sides of the spawn, and kind of like in the Lost Temple, there's a pedestal in the center that you can use. And now inside the capture zone, you'll notice that there's a kind of like a bridge-like thing. You go up and over, and then can go from either side. There's truly almost no safe spot in the center. It's basically a spot you're going to want to try and avoid. I'm going to head back and show you those divots in the ground that you can use for hull down purposes, as long as you don't have parts showing off that it'll be easy to hit. Like if you're an E5, you really shouldn't be hull down because your capula will be easily penetrated. Here, I'm going to head into it and show you. There are 4 of these. 2 on this side of the spawn and 2 on the other side of the spawn. If you have sufficient gun depression, you can come up, fire, and come back down. You can see I'm almost hidden, but again, it's still not properly safe. You could probably be looking at it from other sides. I'm not sure what the major populace of Blitz is going to do. This could end up being another flank map where everyone goes one side of the flank, everyone goes the other side of the flank, or it could be completely spread out. I think with 3 spawns, people are going to be doing something different than all just going one direction. And now we're going to go to the south side of the map, and it has a pretty cool looking old church, just like in PC. Gonna go on straight down. Now we're in the IS-7, some fire on our left and right. Snow's coming down, pretty good looking terrain. They did a really good job on this map. I still do wish that we had the ability to go up in that hill. Here I'm showing you a side-scraping position, just an idea, give you an idea. There are many. And again, I got a long, wide-open shot. Now, I would try to deal with this bot E100, but the second I destroy him, then I have to start recording again because it's the end of the battle. So I'm just going to leave him alone for now and just keep going around. Here we go into the other south side of the spawn. There's the church. There's some new artwork for the fences in Himmelsdorf. You'll notice they look much different than any other fence we have so far. On the south side of the map really does look a lot like the north side of the map. The only difference is the big church. And it looks like it's a little bit wide open than the other side is. Both sides still have amazing sniping spots, amazing hull down spots, amazing peek-a-boom spots. Mediums will not be obsolete, but they will not be able to live out their full potential like they would on other larger maps. Anyway, again, you're not going to really notice anything that's really different from the other side of the spawn. It's basically similar, almost a same replicate, but not quite. Again, there's 2 spots. You can come up here and snipe. Or you can play peek-a-boom. Here I am showing you a little bit of example of how you can hide yourself, but then again my lower glacis is showing. Now I'm heading over to the left. Well, I'll show you again. It's basically a duplicate, like I said. If you take a look to the right, as soon as I turn around, you will notice that you have that same wide open area where you can completely hit the enemy side of the spawn. From here, I can even see the tree that's outside the enemy spawn. It goes right past. I like the smoke they put in the distance. It makes that part look really real. I like that. And there's one last little sort of place that mediums I think are going to enjoy. This side of the map is probably the only place that mediums have the best chance possible. If they go down the other side, they'll get spotted and probably beaten by heavies who'd fire first and tank destroyers. But right here, they got this little awesome place where they can go down, pop up, peek-a-boom, kind of like a little hiding spot. It's kind of a nice little area. Altogether, really well done, great map, great job wargaming. I think a lot of players are going to enjoy this. It's the first true city map that's awesome. Well done. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Alex build it out, blitz on, tankers, and enjoy the new map, Himmelsdorf.
I'm driving a Titan without a license. These mean beasts begin at like 5 tons. It's a cipher like no other top modern.